Ret Xiao fell in love with the girl who saved him and was determined to break the family's agreement to end our engagement. I loved Ret Xiao as if my life depended on it, and I refused to let go. What I got was him standing outside the delivery room, refusing to sign the blood transfusion consent form, leading to my death from blood loss. When I woke up again, Ret Xiao was kneeling at my feet, begging me to let him go. I let out a sneer. "You don't need to do this, I never liked you. Our engagement is hereby cancelled." He stared at me in disbelief. "In my previous life, I died in the delivery room." Ret Xiao's cold voice echoed in my ears. "It's just having a baby. Why use painless labor? Which woman is so delicate like her? What's the problem with giving some blood? It won't kill you. The money at home isn't blown by the wind. Giving blood would waste so much money. Just bear it for a while." I let out a sudden laugh, and my vision gradually became blurred. I grew up with Ret Xiao, and our parents have been good friends for many years. Before meeting Lin Hanyang, he was very considerate and took great care of me. We had discussed what our married life would be like, and we even blushed while talking about the names of our future children. But in the end, I was just too naive. It hurts. When I opened my eyes, the pain in my chest and body was gone. Warm sunlight came through the window, and the plants I kept were full of life in the sunlight. "What did you say?" My father's angry voice came from downstairs. I hurried downstairs and was momentarily stunned in place. The scene before me was the day Ret Xiao came to break our engagement. At that time, I had not yet married Ret Xiao. "Lara," Ret Xiao saw me. His eyes lit up, yet he lowered his head as if guilty. I walked slowly to the sofa and sat down gracefully. A plunk sound was heard by my ear. I looked up and saw Ret Xiao on his knees, with the parents of both sides sitting beside him, stunned. "Lara, I'm sorry, I can't fulfill our engagement." Just like in my previous life, he was also kneeling in front of me with a tearful performance. That time, I heartbrokenly supported him, with tears in my eyes. "No, I don't want to. Ret Xiao, I like you. Don't you like me too?" "I'm sorry. Although I like you, Hanyang saved me. I can't betray her. I love Ret Xiao with all my heart, but in the end, I couldn't prevent Ret Xiao from breaking off the engagement under the persuasion of both families. This time, let him kneel if he wants to. He owes me, and even repaying with his knees would not be enough for 1/100%. I watched him coldly, with no movement. His eyes held humiliation, yet he bent his proud upper body slightly. "Lara, I know you don't want to, but even if I beg you, okay." Both sets of parents are watching, and although Ret Xiao's parents feel sorry for their son, they can't say much because it's his fault. My parents were so angry they couldn't speak, letting Ret Xiao kneel and even sneering with a laugh. I casually picked up the teacup and took a sip. "Lara," Ret Xiao raised his voice, and I caught a glimpse of his clenched fists out of the corner of my eye. Before I could speak, he finally opened his fists and sighed. "Lara, the day I fainted and fell into a coma, my heart stopped. It was Hanyang who performed CPR on me, and that's how I survived. Her kindness to me was a life-saving favor, and I have no way to repay it. I can only offer myself in marriage." I interrupted his tearful words. Before I could continue speaking, a cry was heard from outside. Lin Hanyang broke through the security guards and rushed into my home. She fell to her knees in front of me with a plop, wiping her tears. "I'm sorry, Lu sister, it's my fault that I ruined your marriage. It's all my fault. If you want to trouble someone, trouble me. Don't trouble Xiao brother." "Hanyang, get up. Don't do this." "Lara Lu, I've given you enough face. Don't push your luck." "Xiao brother, it's my fault. It's my mistake. Don't fight with Lu sister. Look at how sensible Hanyang is, and then look at you." Ret Xiao was furious, and his words became even more reckless. Not even both sets of parents could stop him. The Xiao family will not marry a woman who cannot distinguish right from wrong and does not understand reason. "Ret Xiao, shut up." Xiao's father was furious. "Dad, I was right." Seeing the fear on her face, Ret Xiao's eyes turned red and he pulled her up crazily. "A good woman brings prosperity for 3 generations, while a bad woman brings misfortune for 3 generations. If such a woman who doesn't understand the bigger picture marries into our Xiao family, it's only a matter of time before our family falls. Our Xiao family has struggled so hard to reach this position, and are we going to take in such an unfilial woman?" Shut up, shut up." Xiao's father slapped Ret Xiao hard. My parents were even more furious. their eyes almost bursting with anger. There's not even a hint of this yet, and he's already talking about Xiao's decline. He's even blaming our family's Lara in advance. My father sneered, if this marriage goes through, and something happens to the Xiao family, it might be said that our Lara curses their 3 generations. It's possible that one day she'll become like Yang Guifei, the national disaster, and bear the blame for 1,000 years. We definitely won't agree to this marriage. In-laws, let's talk this over calmly. There's no need for, I sneered. Yes, let Lin Miss take on this reputation then. I'm not saying this just for empty mockery. In my previous life, I watched her swagger in front of me. Lara Lu, you're really naive. If a man's heart isn't with you, what's the point of keeping his body? Being smart is to get as much money as you can from him. Don't you love him? Love him? Of course I do. I love every wealthy person equally. You're despicable. You clearly only love his money. I am despicable, but at least I'm not pitiable. Right, how much did my husband give you? Not much. Just tens of millions. My stomach was seized by a sudden severe pain. That day, I almost had a miscarriage. I weakly told Ret Xiao about this at the hospital, but Ret Xiao shouted at me, Lara Lu, do you think everyone is like you, greedy for money, willing to do anything, ruining others' marriages? He turned around and left immediately, and I let out a bitter laugh. Is it a joke to be greedy for vanity? Ret Xiao and I were originally of equal standing, both possessing millions of wealth. If it weren't for marrying him and letting him eat my family's fortune, how could I be penniless and have to live under his gaze? Now I understand, only such a woman is worthy of Ret Xiao, greedy and treacherous. They are a perfect match. I let out a sneer and looked at Ret Xiao. You don't need to do that. I never liked you. Our engagement is cancelled. What? Ret Xiao was slightly shocked, staring at me in disbelief. Lara Lu, you don't need to provoke me just to get angry. I admit what I said was a bit harsh. Look at them. Some people are just annoying, wanting you to let go, but afraid you won't like him. I stood up and looked at him coldly. Ret Xiao, I have always regarded you as an older brother. I have been addicted to your care, but I forgot to tell you. An older brother can only be an older brother. But now, you are not even worthy of being an older brother. You're lying. We used to talk about, Brother Xiao. Don't be angry. Lin Hanyan's timely interruption made Ret Xiao realize his own emotions. His eyes paused, and his open mouth remained so for a while before closing. Show them out. Within a day, the news of Ret Xiao breaking off our engagement made the headlines, causing a flurry of opinions. A 20-year childhood friend could not compare to an outsider. It was said, a life-saving act was greater than anything else. However, most of them were just watching me suffer. I don't care. According to the previous life's timeline, there should be a class reunion soon. As I expected, the class beauty called me. Lara Lu, are you coming to the class gathering tomorrow? She suddenly laughed. Oh, I forgot. Ret Xiao just broke up with you. You probably don't have the face to come, so I'll decline for you, which will save you from losing face in front of old classmates. I remember her. She was the most attractive girl in my university class. During college, she knew that I was engaged to Ret Xiao, but she tried to break our relationship and wanted Ret Xiao to be with her. Ret Xiao did not respond, and she was frustrated, so she began to hold a grudge against me. Now that there is a chance to humiliate me properly, I expect she won't miss it. Go. As soon as I spoke, the other side paused for a moment. What? You're coming? Of course I'm going. I smiled slightly. I would not miss him this time. The class reunion is scheduled for the afternoon. I arrived at the restaurant where the reunion was held as scheduled, and I could already hear the excited voice of the class beauty from the door. I always said that Lara Lu is a petty person who doesn't deserve you, and now that you've broken off the engagement, it's well deserved. A group of people chime in. Our boss gave up a long-term relationship for a life-saving benefactor. One should be like our boss, with a heart that remembers and repays kindness. Boss Xiao, I respect you. I heard the annoying voice and couldn't help but sneer. No wonder Boss Xiao is so outstanding. Even betraying trust can be praised as a helpless act of repaying kindness. It's me who ended up deserving it. You are really despicable. A male voice rang out. That voice was too familiar. It was Shen Qiu. I stepped in and said, I'm late. Didn't keep you waiting long, did I? I wore a custom-made long dress that made me look tall, and under the lights it shimmered brilliantly, making my face look very healthy. Obviously, I didn't look like someone who had been jilted by the one they loved. Everyone was surprised, and a few boys kept their eyes on me. I caught a glimpse of Lin Hanyang leaning against Ret Xiao's chest, then glanced at everyone's faces. The man who was raising his glass to salute Ret Xiao slowly put down his glass and dared not meet my gaze. Lara Lu, Shen Qiu's face showed a hint of excitement. I nodded to indicate. Ret Xiao frowned and stood up. Hugging Lin Hanyang tighter, Lara Lu, I have already broken off our engagement, don't try to take advantage of Hanyang. I sneered. Mr. Xiao, you're overthinking, my sexual orientation is normal tilde. Ret Xiao was speechless, and his body stiffened again when he heard Mr. Xiao. Shen Qiu let out a laugh, and at once, the atmosphere became awkward. I slowly walked to the empty spot between Ret Xiao and Shen Qiu. Thinking this must be the position that the class beauty specially left for me to make fun of, I sat down without hesitation, and at once, I heard a yelling sound by my ear. I'm sorry, it's my fault again. I made Brother Xiao and Miss Lu fight. I shouldn't have come, I'm leaving. Lin Hanyang cried and tried to walk away. Ret Xiao grabbed her hand. Hanyang, don't go, this isn't your problem. If someone has to leave, it should be that person. He looked at me with an implied meaning. But I didn't pay attention and was chatting with Shen Qiu enthusiastically. It's been half a year since I last saw you. You've changed a lot. I remember you used to be quite shy. Shen Qiu blushed and scratched his head. I remember it very clearly. In my past life, it was just this simple face that died in the emergency room. I held his body, my voice trembling. Shen Qiu, don't fall asleep. Hold on a little longer. Lara, I'm sorry. I can't save you. I can't save myself either. Lara, like you. His hand fell down, the heart monitor emitted a screeching beep, and the moving line finally became straight. I looked at his face, overlapping with the him from the previous life, blurring my eyes. This life, I will definitely not let you repeat the same mistake. Lara Lu. A furious shout made my eardrums hurt, and the tears in my eyes receded slightly. Mr. Xiao, what's wrong again? Lara Lu. Today is a class reunion. I don't want to argue with you. Don't make things difficult for others. I hope you have some self-awareness and pay attention to your words and actions. The class beauty laughed and mocked. Yes, some people have been abandoned. They should have some self-awareness. The straight man said. Hey, what do you mean by abandoned? That's called survival of the fittest. A wave of laughter spread around. I restrained Shen Qiu's outbursting emotions, scanning over those despicable faces. In my previous life, Ret Xiao couldn't break our engagement, and they all were full of flattery and favor. Now, they still wear the same face, yet it's so different. Although my family background is comparable to Ret Xiao's, they know that standing by my side means being against Ret Xiao. Ret Xiao is the successor of the Xiao family, and I will eventually get married. In the previous life, both I and my parents fell into this misunderstanding, handing over our family business to the son-in-law to manage. Thinking that the son-in-law's is the daughter's, little did I know, this was the beginning of my tragedy. He uses my resources while also maintaining a mistress, giving me only 3,000 yuan a month, but giving her millions. I supported my chin with one hand, my tone calm. Mr. Xiao. Now it seems, who is actually making things difficult for whom? For a moment, not even a needle's fall could be heard. I was just reminding you. I'm worried you'll make things difficult for Hanyang. I didn't make things difficult, and he already started with preconceived notions. If I don't make a big deal out of it, wouldn't it just be a waste of listening to a bunch of scoldings? And wouldn't they think I'm easy to take advantage of? How could I possibly trouble the life-saving person of Xiao's? Oh, speaking of a life-saving person, I just remembered a story. I suddenly let out a few laughs. Once upon a time, there was a poor scholar who saved a fox spirit, and the fox spirit, in order to repay the favor, turned into a human and wanted to marry him. Everyone looked at my eyes in confusion, and Ret Xiao seemed to know what I was about to say, his face turning even more iron gray. Everyone says, doesn't our boss look like a male fox spirit who wants to repay a favor? Ha 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 ha. Shen Qiu laughed out loud, while the others still held back their laughter when looking at Ret Xiao's red face. Lara Lu. He clenched his fists. You're saying these things to humiliate me, just to make me imitate the poor scholar Li Yiran, implying that I should keep away from Hanyang. You still haven't given up. I didn't say that. The same content is everywhere. How do you know which fox spirit I'm talking about? Everyone praises General Xiao for his gratitude. And I'm using the story of the fox repaying kindness to praise your excellent character. Is there anything wrong with that? Oh, it's getting late, I should go now. I got up and looked at Shen Qiu's reluctant gaze. I handed him a business card. I remember you were good at science. I just happen to have a project I want to collaborate on, with a salary of 500,000 yuan per year and sharing of research results. If you're willing, call me. Shen Qiu stared blankly as she took the business card. Then her eyes were filled with excitement. I ignored the envious glances of everyone and turned away to leave. In my previous life, after I married Ret Xiao, my parents entrusted all of Lu's family wealth to Ret Xiao's management. I also poured all my resources into Ret Xiao, introducing all my own contacts to him. Shen Qiu is one of them. The beauty and anti-aging products he developed have significant effects, making the Xiao family one of the top wealthy families. Everyone says I am his faithful assistant, but I know I am not his obedient wife. I have the ability, resources, and network. The reason I am willing to assist him is only because I love him. It's funny that today, Ret Xiao tried to break off our engagement by labeling me as a wife who would bring disgrace to the family. It's really funny. Now it seems that love is not worth mentioning. It is better to use resources for myself rather than devote myself to loving others. That day, Shen Qiu called me, and he was very willing to cooperate with me. I brought him to Dr. Li. Dr. Li has always had a cooperative relationship with my family, and our family has also provided him with a lot of financial support. Last life, he also agreed to cooperate with the Xiao family because of me. Miss Lu, you're here. Dr. Li, this is my good friend Shen Qiu. Don't be fooled by his good looks. He's a real science genius. Oh really? Shen Qiu's ears turned red without her realizing it. Dr. Li. Good morning. I would like him to join your research team. I wonder if Dr. Li is willing. Miss Lu is being too formal. The funding for my research comes from the Lu family. How could I possibly refuse? Thank you for coming in person. Next time, just call me. Shen Qiu didn't expect it to go so smoothly. She stared at me in surprise. I really can. Believe me, you can do it. His eyes sparkled with starlight. Yes, I will definitely try my best. I've heard such words before in my previous life. But back then, his eyes were full of concern. Unlike now, are you doing well? During that period, Xiao's family had several failed investments and was on the verge of bankruptcy. Ret Xiao was always angry and often took it out on me. He saw the scars on my hands and became angry. Lara Lu, leave him. Someone will love and care for you more. I shook my head. Shen Qiu, don't say that again. How much longer are you going to be stubborn? Don't be afraid, I'll take you. I'm pregnant. He stood in shock, and I could sense the tears in his eyes. After a while, he spoke. What can I do to help? I have a research and development team here. That night, Ret Xiao called me. As soon as I answered, I heard a loud and angry shout. Lara Lu, what are you trying to do? Director Xiao has been saying some strange things lately. I'm getting more and more confused. Don't act like you know what's going on. You humiliated me in front of everyone today, and, what else? Still hanging out with Shen Qiu. What are you trying to do? What do I need to inform Mr. Xiao about? Lara Lu, a furious shout from the other side, followed by the sound of Xiao's father and mother trying to calm things down. Anyone with eyes can see that Shen Qiu likes you, but you don't know. So what? So what? Do you have any sense of shame? Do you know? I cut in. Mr. Xiao, we have already cancelled our engagement. Who I interact with, and what I do with them, has nothing to do with Mr. Xiao. How can it be related to shame? Or is Xiao Zong someone who likes to have his cake and eat it too, wanting both ends of the stick? Don't flatter yourself. I only like Han Yang. Hearing these words, I recalled my previous life, when he was drunk in a bar and said very heart-wrenching things to his friends. Why don't you like Lara Lu? Yet you still married her. Who said I wanted to marry her? She insisted on marrying me, like a stubborn plaster. Do you still like Lin Hanyang? Of course I do. I only have feelings for Hanyang. I haven't liked Lara Lu for a long time. She isn't as understanding, as caring, or as gentle as Hanyang. If it wasn't for her family's wealth, I wouldn't have married her. At that time, my heart sank to the bottom, but I was still hoping that time would make him change his mind. I couldn't help but let out a cold laugh. So, why did you call me? The other side was silent for a moment. I just wanted to warn you, don't do things that deliberately draw my attention. I won't marry you. Then I thank you, Mr. Xiao, for not marrying me. After saying that, I hung up the phone, gazing at the moonlight. I suddenly felt hungry and went out to find something to eat. The night in a big city is always bright and bustling. Various stores are trying to attract customers with loud noises and horns, but they still can't drown out the screeching sirens in the distance. I looked up and saw a luxury car stop 50 meters ahead of me. With a couple affectionately embracing inside, my pupils dilated. It was Lin Hanyang. The man in the car was not Ret Xiao. I furrowed my brow. Could she be dating other rich men while still with Ret Xiao? Lin Hanyang got out of the car, watched the luxury car leave, then entered a bar, and I followed her in. Seeing her again, she was already surrounded by two people. Come on, drink. She raised her wine glass and poured red wine directly into a handsome guy's mouth, which dripped down his lips and soaked his white shirt. I swallowed my saliva. Life is short, enjoy it while you can. Little handsome guy, I'll pick you tonight. Who would have thought? Another handsome guy was not happy. Sis, you haven't ordered me for several days. Don't worry, everyone has their share. I never expected that Lin Hanyang relied on the money of rich tycoons and secretly supported handsome guys behind the scenes. However, in this way, I laughed. She was laughing happily. But at that very moment she caught my eye. Those eyes, which had just been filled with the gaze of a superior, suddenly turned into those of a thief filled with guilt. How come you're here? She approached, clenching her fists. I'd like to ask you the same thing. I won't let you tell this to Ret Xiao. The boss of this place is very familiar with me, and he won't give you any evidence. In the end, it will only be your false accusation, and Xiao Ji will hate you even more. What does your matter have to do with me? To be honest, I'm quite impressed with your time management skills. I smiled calmly, leaving her with a very confused look. The next day, my phone rang. Lara, can you come to the Xiao family's house? I want to talk to you about something. Last time, Aunt Xiao was relatively kind to me. Although she didn't go out of her way to be considerate, there was no overstepping, and we got along fairly well. After all, she was a friend of my parents, and although the two families had some unpleasantness over the marriage, it wasn't so bad that we couldn't maintain a good relationship. When I arrived at the Xiao family's house, only Aunt Xiao was there. She smiled and welcomed me to the dining table. These are all the things you like to eat. Try some. I took a bite and nodded. The taste is still the same as before. Thank you. I remember when you were a child you liked to eat this. You often asked me to make it for you. Yes, that was all in the past. Yes, it's all over now. Some things are better left in the past. I put down my chopsticks. Just say it straight out. Xiao's mother didn't beat around the bush. Then Lara, I'll just say it straight out. The matter of the class reunion was indeed out of line for Rhett. And my husband and I have already reprimanded him. You shouldn't hold on to this issue. After all, the harmony and dignity between the two families are the most important. Holding on. That day, I heard from Rhett and Hanyang that you embarrassed him at the class reunion. After all, you are a lady of good upbringing. How could you say such inappropriate things to humiliate Rhett in front of everyone? I have also advised him, and Rhett is broad-minded. He doesn't want to hold a grudge with you. But as an elder, I must speak up for my son. You did this, which indeed hurt the reputation of both our families. I snorted. So this is why you came to accuse me. Honestly, even if Rhett handled it improperly, as a girl, you should understand a man's feelings. That way, you can better respect your in-laws and serve your husband's family after marriage. Stop. You don't need to go on. If you do, I might end up saying some harsh words, which would surely hurt both families' dignity. Xiao's mother was taken aback and her face changed. The warm smile she had just had vanished instantly. What I told you is all for your own good, being so stubborn and nitpicking. No wonder Rhett didn't choose you. Just tell me, which wealthy family would want you? I didn't want to say this, but now that the words are out, I'll just say it straight. A girl's virtue lies in self-restraint. I was slightly stunned. Self-restraint, I see. It must be Lin Hanyang who went home and told Xiao mother something. I sneered, looking at Xiao mother's face, which became even more unpleasant. Arrogant. The one who needs to be arrogant is probably someone else. Also, you usually put yourself in such a humble position, letting others decide whether to choose you or not. Or is it that you truly see yourself as an object to be picked by others? What did you say? I was just about to give you some dignity. But now it seems you don't even want that dignity. Then I'll just speak plainly. I, Lara Lu, have family background and talent, beauty. Why do you think that someone with the same family background and status as me, Ret Xiao, can choose whoever he wants? While I only have the option of being chosen by others, it's you who have taken away your most basic human right, willingly becoming a slave. But that doesn't mean all women are willing to be humble, being picked and disciplined like cows and sheep. You, Xiao's mother panted heavily, continuously patting her chest. My eyes were cold. As for Ret Xiao, I don't even look up to him. He was already filtered out by me. You're just sour grapes. As for the class reunion, I suggest you check. Who was the first to loudly demand not to make it hard for Lin Hanyang, who spoke rudely to me out of nowhere, and who allowed others to insult me verbally? Xiao's mother laughed coldly. I don't care who is right or wrong. You have already shown your true colors. From now on, the Xiao family and your Lu family are cut off, and we will have no more contact. That's exactly what I was thinking. I'm telling you, the Xiao family has invested in a great stock today, and soon its market value will soar. At that time, your Lu family won't even be worthy to tie our shoes. Investment. I thought about something, and silently curled my lips. Xiao's mother looked at me with a smug expression. As for Ret Xiao, don't try to bring up old things with him. Hanyang is already pregnant. I advise you to stay away from Ret Xiao, or you'll have trouble. Lin Hanyang, pregnant. My lips curled into a bigger smile. I actually feel sorry for you. Pity. You called me here. It's because of Uncle Xiao and Ret Xiao, right? What's wrong? I let out a mocking laugh. It's really strange. They know this is a job that offends people. Yet they don't show up themselves, but send you to be the bad guy. After saying that, I left without looking back. Later, I heard the maid chatting, that after I left, Xiao mother called Xiao father, and a heated argument broke out in the Xiao family that night. Lara Lu, why did you secretly invite me out? Lin Hanyang came to the cafe holding an expensive bag. This bag is very valuable. Ret Xiao is actually generous. He said to buy it and he did. However, looking at this bag, I became even happier. Lin Hanyang noticed my gaze and was quite proud. This bag was bought for me by Xiao Qiao. It's 3 million yuan. So he really cares about you. That's right. I'm already pregnant with Xiao's child. The Xiao family said that after 3 months, when the fetal condition stabilizes, Xiao will marry me. On the day we get married, you must come. Okay, you shouldn't be too sad, although I have a child with Xiao and we will get married. But is the child in your belly not Ret Xiao's? Upon hearing this, Lin Hanyang's proud expression suddenly lost its luster, and her pupils contracted abruptly. What are you talking about? This child must be Xiao Ji's. You're just jealous. I sighed as if sorry. I advise you to do a paternity test soon. Otherwise his debts will have to be taken on by you and the child. What do you mean? Don't you know about the family's investments? Of course I know. The stock they chose is definitely going to crash within a month. After all, with my memories from the past life, I know which stocks will surge or plummet in a few months. You're making it up. Can you really predict the future? I suspect you're just trying to harm the Xiao family because you can't get Xiao brother. I was about to say. At that moment, my phone rang. I glanced at Lin Hanyang in embarrassment and hurriedly ran to the toilet. Yes, I said these few stocks must be bought, invest everything. When I returned, Lin Hanyang's face, which had been slightly hesitant, became even more confident. You must have advised him not to invest. Rest assured, I will definitely persuade Brother Xiao well. She smiled and left, but I raised my lips in a smile. Lin Hanyang surely wants to sit in the position of Madame Xiao from the Xiao family, completely suppressing me under her feet. And she will definitely tell Ret Xiao these few stocks, and if I break up with the Xiao family, they will certainly suspect me of having ill intentions. Plus Ret Xiao is foolish. He could be deceived by Lin Hanyang into investing millions before. The more I don't want them to buy these stocks, the more they will buy. As I expected, the Xiao family also bought the same few stocks I was purchasing secretly, and they made a big profit within a month. I saw that it was about right, and I withdrew in time. While they confidently invested most of their money, the stock price continued to drop, but they stubbornly kept adding more to their holdings. Lin Hanyang looked worried and called me several times. I didn't answer. There's a good news today. Shun Qiu successfully developed a new beauty and anti-aging technology, which is several months earlier than I expected. Shun Qiu, you're amazing. Shun Qiu sat quietly beside me, her voice extremely gentle. Thank you, Lu boss, for giving me the opportunity. Otherwise, I wouldn't have had the chance to participate in the research. Oh my, such a modest little puppy. I just want to suck on it. My eyes are streaming, but I still restrain my covetous gaze. Without you, the Lu family wouldn't have obtained this valuable technology. From now on we'll split it 50-50. No, he suddenly raised his head, then blushed upon meeting my gaze. I just want 3-7 for you. He spoke haltingly, his hands constantly twisting his clothes. I was stunned, and that sentence kept echoing in my mind. I just want 3-7 you take. In the previous life, he said the same words to me, except that at that time, the beneficiary was the Xiao family. He put in a lot of effort for me and the Xiao family. But the final results were stolen by Ret Xiao. Relying on the fact that he was someone I introduced, there was no contract. And not only did they fire Shun Qiu, but they also didn't pay him any salary. Because of this, I had a big fight with Ret Xiao. Don't think I don't know that Shun Qiu likes you. He came over just to see you more times. Ret Xiao, what are you talking about? If I had something with him, how could I marry you? How would I know if you two were doing something behind my back? You're talking about me. Then what about you and Lin Hanyang? Don't think I don't know she's carrying your child. So what if she's pregnant? Let me tell you, your child will never inherit my Xiao family's fortune. Only Hanyang's child is worthy. My heart was broken, and I left home at midnight, wandering around the park, only to find Shun Qiu lying in the grass, his body covered in blood, from Shun Qiu's mouth. I learned that it was Ret Xiao who had sent people to beat him up, and that Ret Xiao wanted to silence him. It's really true that power is above everything, allowing one to act unlawfully. And my heart was completely frozen. I sent him to the emergency room, and finally watched him die in my arms. I was so heartbroken that I lost the baby. Premature birth, heavy bleeding. I heard Ret Xiao cursing outside the delivery room, and then I left this world with hatred. Lara, why are you crying? Shun Qiu anxiously called out, bringing me back to reality. I'm sorry, I was wrong. It's General Lu. It's okay. From now on just call him like that. He suddenly looked up. His handsome eyes filled with surprise. Slowly, his eyes became wet, and his body couldn't help but tremble. Are you ready? Huh? Shun Qiu asked, confused. I'll show you a good show, I said, pulling his sleeve. After all, the victim of the past should see the sufferings of the perpetrator, which can be considered as revenge for the one who has passed away. The wedding, with many guests coming and going, the Xiao family suffered significant investment losses. And the wedding was not as luxurious as I had imagined. Moreover, the Xiao family is so fickle. How much value would they place on a Lin Hanyang who has no power or influence? Ret Xiao looked a bit tired, but still managed to respond to the guests' polite greetings. Suddenly, he looked in my direction. I noticed that look in his eyes, which briefly lit up and then faded, and slowly he came to my side. Shun Qiu tightly protected me from behind, watching Ret Xiao with suspicion. I looked at Shun Qiu's angry face and felt a bit moved. This shy and timid boy would always gather his courage for me, with a fierce gaze. Lara, you're here. Ret Xiao's voice was tired, and a few strands of his hair had turned white. General Xiao, we probably shouldn't be so familiar. I'm sorry. He lowered his eyes. I was wrong. I betrayed you. Today is your big wedding. General Xiao, why are you saying these words now? He found it hard to speak, then looked at me. I never thought Han Yang was that kind of person. What kind of person? She knows that the Xiao family's investment lost money, and she argues with me every day. I remained calm. Marriage. There are arguments. It's normal. No, she makes me feel. Her eyes only see money. I laughed inwardly. No need for feelings. Just that. So what? Did Mr. Xiao say this out of regret? His eyes were full of hope. Lara, I was deceived by her innocent appearance. I didn't know she had such thoughts. Can we start over? She's pregnant, I said emotionlessly. I don't like used dirty cucumbers. Ret Xiao's eyes were sad, and his lips kept trembling, but I saw Shun Qiu's eyes lit up beside me. Go, your wedding is about to start. I've already sent the gift. Don't waste our time eating the feast. Shun Qiu directly pulled me away. When I sat in the front row, he slowly approached me and lowered his head, his face red. I'm very pure. I'm not a dirty cucumber. What? I widened my eyes and noticed Shinchio's red ears. Suddenly, I felt like teasing him, and I leaned close to his ear. Are you offering yourself to me? Cough, cough. His whole face turned completely red. The old lady next to me said, "Hey, is this young man feverish? I have medicine. Do you want to take some?" No. Ret Xiao adjusted his clothes and stood on the stage. His eyes always on me. I didn't pay attention to him. I was just playing with the younger brother next to me. Welcome everyone to the wedding of General Xiao and Mrs. Lin. Let's give the bride a warm round of applause. As the lights came on, everyone's eyes were on the door. After the door was fully opened, there was a moment of silence, followed by noisy murmurs. Where is the bride? Hasn't she come or hasn't she been notified? I think the bride forgot today is her wedding day. Xiao's mother anxiously ordered the people nearby. Hurry, go find someone. Ret Xiao's face was ashen, his hand tightly gripping the edge of his clothes. Soon, a person ran in and said, Madam, Mr. Xiao, Miss Lin left a letter. Xiao's mother quickly opened the envelope, glanced at it, and fainted. Mom. Ret Xiao rushed over. A nearby aunt picked up the paper and read it aloud. I'm not serving anymore. You marry her yourself. Poor guy. Suddenly, everyone was surprised. And murmurs spread around. Oh, with a cry of surprise, the lady stood up. This is a paternity report. Right, what does it mean to exclude parent-child relationship? Once again, the surroundings became chaotic. It means the child isn't his. Xiao Tong must have been cheated on. Oh my goodness, big news. Xiao grabbed the report tremblingly, and his eyes immediately turned red. Lin Hanyang, he screamed in despair, and Xiao's father fainted. Quick, call an ambulance. Everyone was in a rush, and I coldly watched a perfect wedding turn into a farce. When my eyes met Ret Xiao's, I could sense that his gaze held pain and regret. But what of it? His pain was not even a fraction of mine. I stood from a distance, watching Ret Xiao pace outside the emergency room, without the slightest pity. In my previous life, it was in such a critical moment that he said cold and cruel words, letting me bleed to death. Are my parents okay? They were barely saved. The two elderly people have heart problems. Please don't scare them anymore. Thank you, doctor. I coldly watched the excited figure, and finally sighed. Let's go then. I know that the Xiao family went bankrupt due to investment failure, but I don't want to tell this to Xiao's father and mother. I don't want to be like Ret Xiao from the previous life, who caused someone's death and ended up in this situation in this life. Everything. Let it be my good fortune for my future, however. Xiao's father and mother still heard about the Xiao family's bankruptcy and died shortly after. Ret Xiao turned white-haired overnight and saved his life several times with heart-saving pills. From then on, the Xiao family became a joke. The Lu family, which had once been rejected by the Xiao family and treated as a joke, rose rapidly by relying on beauty and anti-aging technology, and received widespread praise from people. The glory I once gave to Ret Xiao has finally returned to me. As for Lin Hanyang, I haven't heard from her anymore after she left, and I don't know how she's doing. Lara, who do you think leaked the information to the second elder of the Xiao family? Shinchio held my hand and sat on the bench. There are countless people who hate the Xiao family, and now that they've fallen, more people are taking advantage of their misfortune. That's true. I looked at the small lake ahead with mockery. I doubt Ret Xiao could have expected that Lin Hanyang, who once saved his life, would almost take the life of his entire family. Lara, then a voice called out, and both I and Shinchio turned around. A middle-aged man with a haggard face and white hair slowly approached me. Lara, Ret Xiao, don't bother her anymore. Ret Xiao suddenly became furious. His eyes filled with red bloodshot. Who are you? How can you make decisions for Lara? Shinchio was about to speak, but I interrupted him. Who is he? Under Shinchio's expectant and longing gaze, I raised his hand. He is my boyfriend. What? Impossible. Lara, you like me. You can only like me. Ret Xiao covering his face and sobbing. Now I have nothing left. No money, no home, no parents, no wife, no children. I have nothing left. Seeing his almost crazy state, I quickly took Shinchio's hand and walked away quickly. Lara, did you really say all that just now? What did I say? Shinchio suddenly stopped, her eyes full of sorrow. You just said that a while ago. And now you've already forgotten. No, you can't forget. I couldn't help but laugh. Oh, which boy is about to cry? Shinchio buried her face into my chest, looking pitiful. Yours. Okay, yours.